Greetings and thank you for joining the weekly meditation of Calgary Mindfulness, where every Sunday morning we meditate for 15 minutes on a different topic, often suggested by our practicing community. If you would like to join these meditations live, or if you would like to attend in-person meditations around the Calgary area during the summer months, please email CalgaryMindfulness@gmail.com. I hope you enjoy this practice and wishing you a wonderful week. Thank you, everyone, for joining with us today. I've been getting some emails about wanting to release the podcast without lecture at the beginning so people can use it as a meditation tool during the middle of the night to stay asleep. So just send me your thoughts on what you prefer, because I can release like a little lecture portion and then the meditation separately. So I'll do whatever works best for our group. Most of the people who follow this podcast or the meditation, they do it online afterwards. So that's most of my feedback is from y'all experiencing this in the online world without the one-on-one and unless we're meeting in person. So just happy to help make work out best what's good for you. Let's begin by getting into the mindful body. And we're just picking up where we left off from last week. And we're looking today at mindfulness of thoughts, basically. So reviewing each September, we'll review the mindfulness basics. And this September, based on your request, we're dealing with how do we keep it together when everything seems pretty intense? And there's many reasons for that, right, that we won't get into here, but how do we approach it as meditators? And how can we bring ourselves a little bit of relief and grounding in a time when the world seems, increasingly difficult? Okay, and just breathing deeply, stretching up the body. Noticing where your feet plant on the floor or mattress if you're lying down, wherever you're at. Notice where our bodies make contact with the surface that's supporting us. And just bringing it all back to basics. Maybe it's a busy day already. How can we slow everything down a little bit? Sending our awareness up through the bottoms of our feet, past our knees, up through the thighs, and stopping anywhere that feels uncomfortable. Giving a little extra love to any place that's a little bit sore. Noticing the rise and fall of the torso as we breathe. Noticing the belly going in and out as we breathe. And let's lift the shoulders high as we can go and allow them to fall back down. And noticing a little smile on the face, allowing it to stretch out inside our mouths, feeling your smile go all the way to your ears, lifting and relaxing the forehead out of its frown. And finally, taking a deep breath and exhaling. As we sit in practice today, let's call up our thoughts as a mindfulness anchor. And in particular, we're looking for thoughts of toxic mistrust. So where we mistrust ourselves, our inner circle, and the world at large. We live at a time when toxic thinking is pretty amplified, basically in order to make big companies money. And so we want to step out of that to connect back to our own sense of peace and purpose. We want to bring that to our families, to our colleagues to anyone we interact with. We want to be the light. And so taking a moment to recognize, to accept, to investigate, and to nurture any areas where we feel we are unworthy to ask for help. We don't deserve someone else's time. So those are examples of toxic mistrust of ourselves, of our value. As we continue to call up our thoughts, looking for examples of toxic mistrust of our inner circle, people don't respect me, people take advantage of me. If I want to do something right, I've got to do it myself. I can't count on anybody. I got to do everything alone. And then, of course, how that's amplified in our world at large. I can't trust people, the government, the world. I'm not safe. I'm not safe. And so as we continue to breathe, calling up any thoughts that arise and allowing them to surface without judgment or punishment, allowing all of those thoughts to be, because that's where we're at. And so that's where we have to start. If we try to cover something up, it never works for our growth journey. There are many reasons why we may have held on to toxic mistrust, trauma, circumstances. So all of those may require further investigation. And from our standpoint as meditators, we are looking to see what's there. Who am I? What's going on? And it's okay. I'm okay. These thoughts are okay. This is where I'm at right now. There's nothing to fix right now. And just sitting in silent practice, noticing what arises. If a thought seems especially compelling, as all the hot thoughts do, returning to the breath. The chest rises and falls. I'm okay as I am. Noticing the smile that lifts the face. Noticing any other thoughts that arise and allowing them to pass. Today's a busy day for many Canadians. Thinking about my list. And just knowing that I've got these 5 more minutes with y'all, I really want to enjoy them. So the list is going to wait. This is our time. And noticing with a sense of relief and gratitude and luxury, hey, this is my time. This is my 5 minutes for me. I'm listening. I'm listening to myself. I'm allowing. I'm not trying to fix. And how nice that feels to have these few moments with ourselves. how grateful we are that we can choose this at any moment. Perhaps visualizing ourselves at a very busy point later in the day, coming back to this wonderful space of ease and expansiveness, where we have carved out time and nourishment for ourselves and we're putting it in our bucket. I'll be coming back to this moment after 3 hours of dirty dishes at my mom's. As we continue to breathe, noticing which thoughts of toxic mistrust, if any, arise, are more repetitive, because those are fruitful for further acceptance and inquiry. At the root of any of those thoughts is fear, fear of safety, fear of not belonging. Let's acknowledge right now that we are safe. We have enough. There is enough time. And continue to inhale and exhale. There is enough stuff. Through our mindfulness practice, pulling ourselves out of that central cortex reptile brain that is constantly fighting and flighting and worrying about survival. Getting our big mammal brains back online with meditation so we can have empathy, regulation, trust in ourselves and others. And as we wrap up today's 15-minute meditation, I invite you to carry these thoughts of ease and safety with you over the week by inviting up any of the thoughts of toxic mistrust that constantly assail every one of us all day long. They may be real in our minds, but they often are not true in the world, and we can rewire our neurons by choosing differently. Taking a few final breaths together in quiet. With each breath, we remind ourselves that we are safe. We have enough. Just noticing how wonderful it feels to pull ourselves out of the struggle for more and more, just in these few moments together. Committing to calling these feelings of ease and contentment back later on in the day if we're very busy, later on in the week. And to my Canadian friends, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving and look forward to seeing you next week.